Maya Joint versus Alexandra Eala. Joint got the break in the first game. Almost got the double break in Eala's last service game. And it's now 3-2. Joint, 15-all. We're a little bit late to this one, guys. I apologize. I had some technical things to take care of, but we're here. Forehand down the line, approach shot from Eala. Maya with a very comfortable forehand cross-court passing shot winner. 30-15. So here's the thing. As discussed in the Joint Williams match, Maya's been on a losing streak this year. And I've discussed in depth how, you can turn around losing streaks by gritting out matches. And she did it on the grandest stage possible. She was able to grit out a tough win, a very, very tough win. So I think that could certainly turn the season around, and I give her good chances to win this match against Eala. First and foremost, Maya Joint is an exceptional grass court player. I think her game is suited well for the grass, and on top of that, she's already a 250 winner on grass, and on top of that, she beat Eala in the final of a 250 in Eastbourne on grass. So this will be a very difficult match for Alexandra. Now, if they played in the first round, would have been completely different. Completely different. So that's how tennis can be crazy sometimes. Maya holds serve, 4-2, Eala serving, starts with a kicker on the first serve. Second serve. Maya hitting the ball well, goes into the backhand side of Eala with the forehand, shanks the ball just a tad, hits it off center, misses wide, 15-love. Anna, good morning. I mean, it's not good morning where you are, but thank you for watching my day 3 wrap-up. I appreciate that. Nice point there from Eala. 30-love. She should take care of business on her serve. So far, Joint has been the better player in this match. I expect Eala to get her teeth into this one and make it a very, very, very tough match. Drop shot from Eala. Maya runs it down comfortably. Gets her forehand down the line. Eala can't control the volley, 30-15. I will talk about Maya's sunglasses in a second. I think it's very interesting. Maya's wearing sunglasses. We don't see that too often on tour these days. We have seen it in the past from some players. And I'm not talking about vision. For vision, I'm talking about actually wearing sunglasses for sun protection. And, oh, Eala slips, still gets the ball back in play, but doesn't hit it very deep. Maya takes care of business close to the net, puts the forehand away, 30-all. Unfortunate slip there for Eala. Forehand quality, 9.0 for Maya Joint, 6.6 for Eala. So far, yeah, Maya has been the better player. Janko Tipsarevic, I think, was for vision. This was for vision. So I'm not sure if whether Maya's are for vision too. It's a combo, vision and sun protection. I don't know. Maybe she was wearing contacts. I don't know. My guess is this is actually, and that's a lucky. Oh no, it was out. Okay, wait a second. Couldn't see that one. It was wide. I thought the shank turned into a winner from joint, but it didn't. It was out 40-30. My guess is that Maya is actually wearing actual sunglasses for sun protection. So here, quick story. I'm like taking forever to tell you my viewpoints on sunglasses, but I grew up in Germany, okay? You don't need sunglasses in Germany. Maybe nowadays you do, but back when I lived there, it was like raining. I don't know, it seemed like 80% of the time was raining. We would get sunshine every now and then. And even then, that's a very important hold for Eala right there, very important. Maya Joint 4-3 upper break. So, no sunglasses needed there. Then I moved to the United States, and I was in Kentucky for 5 years, and I never really played with sunglasses, and I didn't really wear sunglasses that much. It was okay. Then after that, I lived in the Chicago area for a couple of years. Again, and I was in an indoor club, so pretty obvious that I didn't need sunglasses. However, Chicago made me want to live in the sunshine for the rest of my life. I was like, it was so cold over there. I'm like, I need to be in the sun. So that's where I moved to Hawaii first, lived there for 2.5 years, and then I moved here to Florida. Been in Florida ever since. And then in Hawaii, I started wearing sunglasses while teaching all day long. And here's the interesting thing. You know, all the way up to like maybe 10 years ago, I would still play a lot of tournaments as I was teaching full time. And I found myself not being able to play tennis anymore without sunglasses. So I played tennis with sunglasses, and that's a very, very tricky thing, to play tennis with sunglasses. Because tennis is such a crazy game. It requires so much from you. It requires everything to be so perfect. So it has to be very specific sunglasses. First and foremost, they'll fall off your head on your serve. So it has to be like Oakleys or something like that. I used to wear Oakleys that are super tight in the back with a lot of grip so they don't fall off. Like Maya is wearing sports sunglasses. And on top of that, the lenses have to be designed so that the sweat just rolls off the lenses, because you'll just get sweat all over them. So it was very challenging to play with sunglasses, but my point is that once you get used to sunglasses, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. And I have then forced myself, when I got on YouTube, I started playing matches, and I forced myself to ditch the sunglasses for content reasons, because, you know, I want to be on a court and I want to look the audience in the eye. I don't want to be hidden behind sunglasses. That was the primary reason. So since 2018, I've forced myself to not wear sunglasses on the court, and now I'm okay. I don't need them. But if you take a look at my videos for the first 2 years, I look like this. I'm talking like this. Hey guys, how you doing, guys? I couldn't even open my eyes. I was squinting so hard. So that's an extremely long story about sunglasses, and I hope that you got something out of it. Let's focus back on the tennis. 30 love, joint, up 4-3 a break. Eala has to make inroads on the Maya Joint serve. So far, it's not looking good. 40 love. And I turned into a Ray-Ban man. Used to be Oakley, but Ray-Ban. The problem with me is I have a gigantic head, the size of a watermelon. So most glasses don't fit. That's a nice rally there from Eala. Most glasses don't fit. And I found that Oakleys, the old Oakleys were good. The new ones are too tight. And the only sunglasses I can wear are the Ray-Ban Wayfarer XLs, which is kind of a rare one to find. The regular Wayfarers don't fit. I need the XL version, and I bought like so many of them. I have like, I don't know, probably 15 pairs. I have lost probably, I don't know, I have to ask my daughter. She keeps track, but I probably lost 10 pairs of Ray-Bans in the ocean. That's a whole nother story for another day. But 40-30. Eala a couple of points from 40 love. She can make it deuce here. That could be interesting. Second serve from Joint. Eala misses a frustrating return off a second serve. She wishes she could get that return back because there was a chance right there to put a little bit more pressure on Maya Joint. One game away from the set. Can Eala do serious damage in Wimbledon this year? Looks like she's about to lose in the second round. Let's take it one set at a time. Random tennis Cal, no coffee. Wimbledon didn't survive. You can try again. U.S. Open. I need to explain. The day before yesterday, I had construction going on here, and I was live streaming for a long time. It was the Serena day, double fault, Eala love 15, and I don't know, maybe I was live streaming for 5-6 hours that particular day. I don't even remember. Oh, it was the Eala match and then Serena match. Yeah, it was for a while because that Serena match was long, and I had a lot of other things going on and construction and stuff, so I didn't sleep that much. So yesterday I was absolutely exhausted. I did Sinner and I did Djokovic, and in between the Sinner and Djokovic match, I went and got coffee because I needed it to finish out the day and do my wrap-up video and all that. And so this is the leftover coffee from yesterday. I didn't buy it today. This is still from yesterday. All right, so it's that's a nice backhand right there from Eala down the line. 15-30. She needs to hold here so she can serve first in a second set, or of course give herself another chance to break back. But so far, Maya has been the better player from the back of the court. I have to take a look at the stats in a second to see Eala's first serve percentage, but though it comes often down to the first serve percentage when Eala plays it. When it's low and she has to win points through her second serve, she struggles. I'll open up the stats here in a sec. Very important rally here. Eala hitting the forehand aggressively, but dumps it into the net, doesn't get away far enough. And here's set point for Maya Joint. 2 consecutive set points. Let me check the first serve percentage. That's always interesting. It's not even that bad, 60%. And that's a good first serve right there through the middle of the box. She forces a shank return from Maya. First set point saved. So back to Maya outplaying Eala in this match. It's she's a great ball striker. She showcased that in the Serena match. Her ability to hit the corners. And Eala wins, saves set point off a second serve, gets a back and return error from Joint. Somewhat fortunate there, but that serve had a little bit more action on it than some of the other serves that I've seen. I think Eala is better served hitting slice on her second compared to kick, especially on the ad side. But back to Maya's game. Like this rally, a great example of her strength. She's a great ball striker. And hits the ball quite hard. I think she was overpowering Serena Williams from the baseline in that match. And can hit the corners quite well. Serves well. She's a great all-around player. Third set point. There's that wide serve from Eala. A very tricky return that lands very close to the net. Fortunate return from Maya Joint because she was outside the doubles alley. Turns into a drop shot return. Eala runs it down, but doesn't do enough with her backhand. Maya hits down the line forehand passing shot and takes the first set. So, as we discussed in the Serena match, that's how tennis can go. You grit out a tough match like that, turn your season around, and if Maya comes through this match, I think it can be interesting. You know, she can start playing really well and be a factor for the rest of the season. I've seen the Barclays commercials probably like 500 times on my stream. I can tell you exactly what happens in that commercial with TFO. Have you guys seen that one? The Barclays commercial with TFO? I do have some thoughts on it. I'm not going to get into like the ESPN coverage and all that. Check out my day one coverage. No need to bring that up again. But in any case, I'm watching a lot of commercials. Let's just put it that way. And this Barclays commercial is really good with TFO. He's on the center court. He looks to the coach, you know, with a kind of a concerned look. The coach looks back at him, and they're communicating with their minds. There's no signs being exchanged, and there's something that the coach tells TFO, and TFO gets it and looks back at the coach, and the coach confirms, yes, that's it. And then TFO tosses up a ball, and it's great camera work. Nice return from Eala there. It's a fantastic camera work. I'm very envious of this camera work because they zoom in on the toss, and that ball is spinning like crazy in the air. And that's actually a really horrendous toss technique that I want you guys to stay away from. You don't want to toss the ball up and have the ball spin in the air like crazy. You want a flat ball release, as I call it. A little bit of spinning is okay, but crazy amount of spinning on your toss will result in an erratic toss. So that's my thoughts on the Barclays commercial. It's a very good commercial though. 15-all. Let's see if Eala can change the momentum right away in the second set. But great ball striking from Maya Joint. Eala needs to make pressure on Maya with her return of serve. But the problem is Maya has a fantastic serve. And her first serve percentage, let's see. Let's take a look here at the stats of the first set. Okay, so Eala's first serve percentage was 59% in that first set, was too low. Maya's, there's that return. Maya's 57%. But here's a crazy stat. Maya won 92% of first serve points won, 11 out of 12 points. So when that first serve goes in, it's very good. So it's going to come down, just like in many matches, on the Eala serve and return games. It's a nice point there from Eala. Very strong forehand cross court. She forces the error from Maya, and the break point opportunity right off the bat. 30-40. And Maya apologizes for that serve. Must have been a bad bounce. Let's take a look at the slow-mo. Yeah, it was a bad bounce. Turned into an ace. Breakpoint opportunity saved. Eala for sure playing with more urgency, more intensity. And gets a backhand error from Maya Joint, unforced error, I would say, because the ball from Eala was short. Second breakpoint opportunity. Hey, we're going to talk World Cup on the changeover, guys. We'll talk World Cup. I'll answer the World Cup questions. Second serve. Huge chance right here for Eala to flip the momentum of this match. It's that backhand inside in return. Maya gets it back in play strong and hits a phenomenal down the line or inside out forehand winner. Fantastic defense though from Maya Joint. Good athlete. Nothing that Eala could have done much better. Maya was just too strong in this rally. Missing some serves though. So it's a chance for Eala to get the break. Light on the second serve. Eala looking to pounce on this return, I'm sure of it. There it is, down the line, backhand return. She comes in. Half volley. A very good half volley from Eala. And a very nice play from Eala. Backhand down the line return. Takes it early, comes to the net. Half volley goes all the way to the baseline, but Maya Joint again with a spectacular defensive pass. Hits it down the line, and Eala doesn't control the volley well, misses it to the net. Game point, Joint. Big first serve into the corner. Good return from Eala. She comes in again and misses a volley. Maya Joint holds 1-love. What a huge hold from Maya Joint right there. Because Eala played well. This is probably the best game that Eala has played in this whole match. And Maya Joint still survived and held. But if Eala continues to play like this will be a battle in the second set. Okay, you guys were talking about World Cup. What did you say? Oh. Have you been following the World Cup? Big game for Croatia today. Yeah, I've been watching almost every game since it started. And if not the whole game, I have the game running in the background. I watch the highlights. It's been so fun. It's been so entertaining. I love it. I love the World Cup. And yeah, Croatia today, I'm scared of that one. I'll be honest with you. I'm very scared. Oh, man. That's going to be tough to watch. That's going to be horrible to watch. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch, but you get what I mean. Not really looking forward to that. It's going to be a nail-biter. And who do I have to win the World Cup? I think France. France is going to win. France is the best team, in my opinion. But don't listen to me. I don't know anything about football. I always got to be careful here not to go down 2 breaks, but she's definitely changed her tactics in the second set. And she's playing more aggressive, coming to the net a lot. Comes to the net on this first point of her service game as well. And gets the error from Maya Joint, 15-love. What a return though from Maya Joint right there. Backhand down the line, laser beam. Wow. Look at that return. That's excellent. Open stance return winner, Jannik Sinner style. Now she didn't slide into it, so it's not quite Jannik Sinner style. But still a fantastic return right there. Second serve for Eala, 15-all. Forehand shovel shot from Eala. Maya hitting the ball very hard. Eala doing well now, neutralized. Another shovel shot from Eala from the forehand. This time it goes long. Concerning shot selection from Eala. 15-all, and she does 2 forehand. They weren't even slices. They were just these flat shovel shots. And misses the second one, 15-30. But again, it's Maya's ripping the ball today. Hitting very hard, spreading the ball nicely. Playing good defense too, so ripping from the defensive positions as well. And an ace down the tee from Eala. That's huge right here. She needed that very badly. 30-all. Needs another great first serve. right here. Portugal isn't much. Okay, if you say so. I know people are bashing Portugal, but that scares me because it's like too much. It's over the top. The hit. 2 aces from Eala back to back. T-ace on 30 all. You know, that scares me because it's like too much negativity around Portugal, too much negativity around Ronaldo, and I like, that's going to backfire, and they're going to end up beating Croatia because of that's how I think, you know. I get superstitious like that, so we'll see. 3 incredible serves from Eala back to back to back, and she ends up holding down 15-30. It's a huge hold from Eala right here. And if she returns again like she did in the first game of the second set, she's going to give herself chances to take the second set. She's playing way better in the second set, Eala. Big shift in tactics, shift in the energy level, even though Eala always has great energy level, great intensity. She's a big fighter. Plays every point hard, but she upped it even more in the second set. So she needed to, because Maya's on fire today. Slice back in from Maya Joint goes into the net. Kind of a wild technique there. She stretches out afterwards. She did have back issues this year, I heard. So maybe that was part of the reason why she was on a losing streak. So keep an eye out for that for sure. Joe651, are you a big Eala fan? This question is popping up more and more. I'm not a fan. I'm a big Rafa fan. You know that. What kind of question is that? I'm a huge Rafa fan. I'm not a fan of any players right now. Neutral. But I cover Eala matches because there was a huge influx of Filipino subscribers once I covered her at the Miami tournament. I talked about this a lot. So that's a good point right there from Maya Joint, 1530. There's a chance right here for Eala to do something. So let's lock in on this game. But yeah, long story short, after the Miami tournament last year, you know, I was getting a lot of views. There was a couple of 100,000 view videos. I was like, what is this? Where did this come from? It turns out there's a lot of passionate fans from the Philippines. They're so sweet, and they're in the comment section supporting. And ever since then, I try to cover as many Eala matches as I possibly can. I'd love to cover every single Eala match and comment and analyze every single match, but that's impossible. So I do it sporadically. I don't want to overdo it either, but when I get a chance, I will cover Eala. And some people say this is, you know, disproportionate, and this is, what are you doing? Listen, it's my choice which matches I cover. First breakpoint chance saved by Maya Joint. Eala overhits the forehand a little bit, 30-40. And if I got the opportunity to cover a match where there's a lot of excitement, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of comments, good views, I'm going to do that over covering something that nobody cares about, okay? So it's a lengthy answer to a very simple question whether I'm a fan or not. But I want to see the next gen of the WTA do well, because I think that can be very interesting. And I put these two players in that next gen. Eala Joint, there's also Mboko, there's Jovic. I feel like that can be a super interesting storyline when they start pushing through the top and challenging Swiatek, Goff, Rybakina, Sabalenka. And so I'm super excited for the next generation on the WTA to start challenging the very top of the game. Noskova in there too. Like, Noskova is the same age as Eala. A lot of people don't realize that. I'll put Noskova probably at the very top. She's number 1. for the next gen. And I got her winning this whole thing, so let's see how that turns out. Double fault from Maya Joint. And back to deuce. It's the second consecutive return game where Eala has had breakpoint opportunities. So she definitely is, you know, she got her teeth into this match big time. And there's a potential momentum shift upon us. Andreeva too, of course. Of course, Andreeva. She's number one. My bad. I forgot about her. Yeah. I just meant the ones that haven't broken through yet. I already consider Andreeva there. You know, she's been there since she won back-to-back WTA 1000s. She's at the top of the game. But yeah, she's number one, obviously, Andreeva. Another breakpoint opportunity for Eala. And a rally. Eala targeting the Joint forehand, slices the backhand. And Joint hitting the ball so well. Rips a backhand cross-court for a winner right on the line. Incredible ball striking right there. It's just been too good right now from Joint. It's too clutch. What a backhand right there. Nice volley there from Eala. She has good hands at the net. And it's another breakpoint opportunity. It's really, really fighting hard to get the break. I subscribed in your tennis lesson. It was simple, but great to share on. Oh, thank you, Christopher. I appreciate you, man. Nick, are you planning to cover Berrettini later? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We have to see today. Today is a little bit tricky, but we will see. Inside out, big and return winner from Eala, and she finally gets the break. What a return right there. Yeah, so right from the beginning of the second set, Eala came out with a different game plan, more aggressive, more net attacks, and it's paid off. It's paid off big time. Here's that TFO commercial. He's on the baseline. He's getting ready to serve. He bounces the ball. He now stops. No, he's thinking. The crowd is completely like nervous for no reason whatsoever. He stops the bouncing on the ball. He looks up at the coach. The coach nods, says yes. Tiafoe looks back and he's ready to serve, and he throws up that insane spinning toss that would result in a disaster for most players, but not in this commercial, because he proceeds to rip the serve. But I wonder, like, he was bouncing the ball, he was already mid-service motion, and then, you know, he seeking coaching advice at that moment in the serve, which is also very questionable and concerning. So while this is a top commercial, you know, I rate it very highly, and for the production value, I advise you to be careful, to adapt some of the things that you're seeing in there. All right, Eala serving, 2-1 second set, up a break. Last time they played, it was an absolute battle. It was the final of Eastbourne. At least I think that's the last time they played. Certainly was the last time they played on grass. And that was a super entertaining match. Eala had 4 match points in the third set tiebreak. Was in the final. And Maya ended up winning that match in the tournament. So great return there to start this game. Love 15. Clean forehand down the line return winner. Eala goes wide with her serve. Second serve for Eala. That's a nice backhand there from Eala, very deep. Hits a forehand drop shot. Forehand volley down the line goes in. Very interesting point there, because Maya Joint put the pressure on Eala with the return. But Eala is good at crouching down, redirecting. And again, I've said it many times, I'll say it again, she has fantastic hands at the net. Like, she's one of the best volleyers on tour. Very versatile. Hold on. 15-all. So let's see if she can get a little bit more, higher first serve percentage, Eala, because the serve has not been that great in this match. Second serve again. Good second serve though, very deep in the box. Slice backhand from Maya Joint. Forehand goes on the line, cross court, and then she rips into the backhand corner of Eala. 15-30. You know, Maya has hit quite a few slices on the backhand, and the technique is kind of wild. She did hit one error with the slice, but I like her mixing things up, you know, not going hard on every single ball, but every now and then throwing in something different. Give Eala a different look. They're very similar point again on the ad side to the previous point. A very strong deep return from Maya, but Eala crouches down, redirects very aggressively, and neutralizes that strong return. She was able to force the error there from Maya Joint. 30-all. Another first serve error from Eala. Missing a lot of first serves in this game. Don't know if she can hold with this many first serve errors. Good second serve again. Good return from Maya Joint. Deep ball from Eala. I think it was close to the baseline right there. And 40-30. Like, these balls that Eala is hitting off the strong returns are very impressive. Very impressive in this game. Another fantastic return from Maya Joint, and comes in and knocks off that swing volley. You know, I always talked about how good the return is from Eala, but how good is the return from Maya Joint? Returning so well in this match. Good morning, ATX Super Dave. Good to see you in here. Second serve again from Eala. Like I said, it's very difficult for her to hold when she misses this many first serves, especially against a top returner like Maya Joint. Great second serves though. The second serve has been incredible. A little bit faster than normal too, and with slice. Going deeper in the box, like going, you know, around here, somewhere around here in this area. Add in, if she can get out of this game without getting a lot of first serves in, there'll be something else for Eala. And I would think that should give her a lot of confidence to win this set. So this game is huge right here. Another good second serve from Eala. Deep in the box with slice, forces the return error from Maya Joint. And Eala holds up 3-1 in the second. Good match so far. I think both players are playing well. Like I said, I think Eala upped her game in the second set. Don't necessarily think that Maya dropped off that much. Eala will look to continue to put pressure on the returner serve. You can see her. There's a lot of energy, a lot of intensity in her return stance there. She hits one on the baseline, gets a short ball, forehand into the forehand corner of Joint, and knocks off the volley into the open court. Fantastic point from Eala. When she plays like this, like, she reminds me of Jimmy Connors. Like, she's taking these returns, not this particular point, but she sometimes will take that two-handed backhand return early and like kind of bunt it and follow it into the net. I'm like, that's so old school, you know? It's like an old school play. You don't see that too much. And there's that play. She did it right there. She did the two-handed backhand kind of bunt and charge, but she misses the return into the net. Good attempt, though. Good try. What do you think the shadow forehand backhand she does after every point does? It keeps her loose. You know, it keeps her loose, keeps her moving. I think shadowing, like after you miss the ball, is not a bad thing to do. You know, to get the visualization of what you're supposed to do, the correct technique. I think that's not a bad thing to do. A lot of players do that. I do think there's a difference though, WTA and ATP. WTA shadow swings way more than ATP. I also think they're a little bit more energetic in between the points, WTA players, a lot of them, compared to ATP. And so they'll do more activities such as shadow swings. That's another aggressive attempt from Eala there with the forehand. Misses long a little bit, but again, it's a positive miss. She's putting a lot of pressure on Maya Joint in this service game. So when they're shadowing, between points, a lot of them do that. And again, it could be for several reasons. It could be, like I said, just a kind of a corrective thing to what happened in the previous point. It could be keeping yourself loose, keeping yourself active. And like I said, just the intensity in between the points, so keeping the energy levels up. Hello, Teddy from the Philippines. How you doing? Maya overhits the backhand. That backhand was poor because the return wasn't that penetrating from Eala. And she was inside the baseline on that one, so that was an unforced error. I don't think she had enough space there. The racket face opened up kind of weirdly after she made contact. I think she was reaching just a little bit. And deuce. Jose said that's the Pinoy attitude, never surrender. A beautiful volley right there from Maya Joint. Forehand volley down the line. Winner. Add in. Guys, educate me. What does Pinoy mean? Is that, because I see that a lot in the comments. What is that? Is that a nickname for Filipino people? Because I don't know. I'm ignorant. Excuse me. I don't know what that means. Pinoy. I see that a lot. Pinoy. Tell me what that stands for. Wow, there it is. The Connors play from Eala, but it backfires because Maya hits a lob off of it. But there it was again, that backhand, two-handed lefty backhand, like bunt, and she follows it into the net. It's so awesome to see that. Because there's not a lot of players that do that play. But great defense from Maya Joint there. She holds. Eala still up a break. And Maya Joint up a set. Pinoy is Filipino. Okay, got it. So you can call somebody from the Philippines a Pinoy. It's not derogatory or anything like that. Don't teach me something that's like inappropriate. I'm gonna do double tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to try to do Sinner and Djokovic back to back, because it's easy with those guys because it's likely that they're both playing on center court. Unlikely that they're gonna schedule either one of them off the center court. So that'll be easy to do. Today is like super tricky because I don't know. There's some matches that I want to do, but they're all over the place. I would love to do the Feast match, but I don't know if I'm going to be back in time because I got to leave after this. Okay, good. All right, thank you. Whatever goes for me, 5129. I thank you for clarifying that. Okay. I appreciate that. ATX Super Dave, I don't use dampeners. Double fault from Eala to start this game. Not good. I don't use dampeners. It's just a personal preference thing. It cuts the vibration from the string, not the racket. Just the string, and it changes the sound. So it's a completely it's a feel thing, whatever you prefer. I don't recommend somebody using a dampener. It's like, if you like using a dampener, use it. If not, don't. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. Great inside-out forehand return winner from Maya Joint, love 30. Oh, Pinay is Filipino woman, Pinoy is Filipino man. All right, that's complicated. It means dude, okay, wow. All right. Great serve there from Eala, 15-30. Gets Maya Joint on the stretch on the return, forces her into a one-handed return, and it pays off. That T serve, the one that goes here, that's a very good serve from Eala right there. That's a good placement on the deuce side with slice. Another first serve from Eala, ripping the forehand cross court down the line. It's Maya on the run, cross court backhand winner from Eala, 30 all. Excellent point there from Eala. Amslin asked, how's the match so far? Well, first set, Maya on fire. Second set, Maya is still on fire. I don't think her level dropped off that much. But Eala's level went up in the second set, big time. Like, she changed her tactics, more intensity, playing really well. It's a high level match in the second set. And first set, Eala didn't serve that well. I was making some errors here and there, but again, Maya was on fire, just hitting the ball clean, aggressive. That's a huge point right here, 30 all. And it's backhand from Eala went shorter than she planned it to. It was a little bit of a miss hit, and it turns into a tricky shot for Joint, who's way too far away from the ball, and ends up shoveling the ball long, 40-30. Yes, Dave, the rubber band like Agassi, that's cool. Wow, what a return from Maya Joint there. Clean, inside in forehand return winner, back to deuce. Car Brazil, thank you. Thank you for the Simone shout out. I appreciate you. Fantastic rally from Eala right there. Gets Maya Joint to play a defensive backhand and forces the error. Add in. Sinner said that Wimbledon second week seems very far away. He knows he needs to improve. Yeah, of course, he always wants to improve. He knows he needs to keep getting better. He's very humble that way, but Sinner is like Rafa, you know, he's so humble. He'll always say like that, I got to focus on the next match, let's see what's coming and all that stuff. I love it. And another return error from Maya Joint. Eala holds 4-2 second set. What's the temperature today in London? I don't have my fourth phone over here. I need to get it later. I would look it up. Anybody know the temperature in London today? Because people they're looking hot in the stands over there. That's a beautiful defensive forehand from Eala. Wrong foot's Maya Joint there, who's displaying a little bit of negative body language there for the first time in the match. Love 15. Maya slipped twice in that rally, though. That's why she was mad. Slipped 2 times in a row. That's why she got wrong-footed even worse than it looked. -26 degrees Celsius, that's not bad. That's not that bad, actually. And another great return from Eala there. Just rips the backhand so hard, forces the error from Maya Joint. Love 30. It's so unbelievably hot here in Florida though right now, like you can't even imagine. And humid. Chip return from Eala. You don't see that too often, but it works. Forehand error from Maya Joint, and her game is falling apart right now. Maya Joint. For sure the worst game that she's played so far in the match. And you know, even in the Serena match I saw this, like when she starts being negative on the court, Joint, she can go through a slump. It's a big serve there from Maya, 15-40. And I saw a little bit of negativity on that first point, and then she proceeds with 2 more poor points, let's say. So body language is a bit of a giveaway on Maya, it seems. That seems to be an area for improvement there. And a rally. Eala hitting somewhat central. Maya striking the ball deep. Very aggressive. Eala with a good defensive backhand, but a looper ball from Maya Joint. Eala with the backhand slice. What a rally. Maya just spreading the ball left, right, and one high one. Just an exceptional rally from Joint there. Hits a backhand down the line winner. Saves the second break point. 30-40. I love your shoes, Nick. Is it Nike? No, this is No Bull. No Bull. No Bull. I got it off the TikTok shop. I shop a lot on the TikTok shop. Don't ask. I'm on the TikTok shop a lot, guys. And I buy way too much stuff off of there. Ball goes right on the line from Maya Joint. Another one right on the line. Oh no, wait a second. That was long. Eala breaks. I thought that was on the line. In any case, double break from Eala, 5-2. Looks like she got this second set in the bag. We shall see. But again, a little bit of a dip now from Maya. I didn't think initially, early in the second set, right from the get-go, the first service game of Joint, she was serving first in the second. Didn't necessarily think that Maya's level dropped. It was just that Eala's level went way up. Her energy level went up. The tactics changed a little bit. She started coming to the net a lot more. And I thought the level was high and Maya was playing well. But in this game, 4-2 game, I see a little bit of a level drop from Maya Joint. And it's a dangerous part of the match for her. She needs to get it together right here and get positive again. Because this can continue into the third set, you know? And Eala could build up a lead. So for sure, interesting development in this one. Eala up 2 breaks in the second set. After the set, we'll take a little bit of a break, guys. I got to get my 4th phone so I can look stuff up during it, because the 3 phones in action right now all have a function. Someone, you want to look outside, bud? Here. There you go, buddy. Great inside-out return from Maya Joint. She comes to the net. And there's that hook shot pass from Eala. Rafa style. What a forehand. Sabalenka Ostapenko would love to commentate on that one. I don't know if I can. I want to see. When is that again? Is that the next one on? I love Ostapenko. One of my all-time favorites to watch. Wide serve from Eala, and Maya Joint over hits a forehand long. 30 love. Hodar is up 4-1 in the fifth. That's nice to see because Hodar was injured. He had to pull out of two tournaments on grass prior to Wimbledon. So it's nice to see that he's healthy and nice to see him playing well on grass. Nick, do your cats ever go outside or indoor? The indoor cats. They're 100% indoor cats. Indoor, they'll go on the balcony, but no, not outside. It's dangerous in Florida too. You don't want to. It's like horrible, humid, hot, stormy. It's swampy out here. A lot of predators. It's not a good place to be a cat and live outside. 30 all. First serve miss from Eala, second serve at 30 all. This opportunity right here for Maya Joint to get at least one break back. But misses the backhand return long off a second serve. 40-30, set point Eala. Toginza, did Hodar really push the ball, girl? No. I have a video on that. I did a short on that with the evidence, video evidence that he didn't. The girl's foot tripped on a tarp. Hodar didn't do anything to the ball girl. He was talking to his box and just like doing hand signals to the dad. And it was completely, it looked weird when the camera angle, but the girl's foot got stuck. That's all that happened. And there's a second set from Eala. Runs down a drop shot from Maya Joint. Hits a little cross court. Field shot forehand. Simone, what are you doing back there, man? That's too bright now. We got to close it a little bit, buddy. You go like this, okay? It's going to reduce our video quality if you open up too much, all right? Fantastic second set from Eala. Very impressive. The switch up tactically, right from the very first point. Mentally, Eala is always top notch, big fighter, always tries hard. And that 4-2 game was a level drop for Maya. So it's going to be interesting to see whether she can shift her momentum now early in the third. She has to. Or if this kind of negativity and poor play continues into the third set. So it's going to be super interesting to see what happens early in the first game, second set, first or second game of the third set. And we shall see. So I'm going to take a little break, guys. I'll be back in a minute or so. All right? Guys, we're back in business. And I left the phone. I got the phone and I left it over there. Oh my. Because I went to the fridge. All right, never mind. Whole purpose of getting up was to get the phone and I didn't even take it with me. First point of the third set. And Maya, complaining about something, dumps a forehand into the net. Oh, somebody was screaming. Somebody was talking during the point. Love 15. Again, this is crucial for Maya right here to switch, get out of this negativity and hold here. That's a wild first serve error right there, because the negativity started at 4-2 in the second. So she's gotta make the switch here mentally and sink her teeth into this game big time. And there it is, a little fist bump. I like that from Maya. Gets a forehand error from Eala. 15-all. Second serve. The big second serve from Maya right there. And another forehand into the net. 15-30. Simon, what's wrong? You all right? Strong return from Eala, very deep. Very deep back, and she comes to the net. Inside out forehand volley, she misses it. That was a tough volley right there. That was a tough volley just because the angle wasn't there for inside out. She kind of jammed a little bit there. That was a tough volley. 30-all. Great forehands there from Maya Joint. Very aggressive. And Eala dumps it back into the net. That's the third ball she missed in like right in the middle of the net. And she's complaining again. Maya complaining about something, about maybe noise in the crowd. In any case, 30-40. Break point chance for Eala. This is huge. This is huge right here. The negativity continues for Maya Joint. Slice forehand from Eala. And it's not the greatest shot selection there. But I don't blame Eala because Joint missed 3 balls in this game. 3 unforced errors. So, you know, throwing in a slice could have resulted in another unforced error. But my viewpoint is always like you don't want to, when you're playing a big point, you want to take the big point and not want it given to you by the opponent, you know? I mean, that's kind of a general statement. There's a place and time for everything in tennis, but I think Eala should have played that forehand more aggressively. She's playing more aggressive in this rally, but another forehand slice. And this time she does draw the error from Maya Joint with the forehand slice, but this slice was like deeper, longer. Definitely better quality than the previous one. Second breakpoint chance for Eala. Oh, hold on a second. Forehand cross-court pass goes long. Second breakpoint chance saved by Maya Joint. Back to deuce. Hey Monique, good to see you in here. Thank you for greeting Simone. I appreciate that. Nice backhand there from Maya Joint. Of a central return from Eala. And then it comes in, knocks off the volley, add in. That's a great backhand right there from Maya. Not an easy one. And fortunate there for Eala. Let court winner. Back to deuce. First serve from Maya Joint, and a poor shot selection there, drop shot. The first ball in the rally. Misses the drop shot into the net. Third breakpoint chance for Eala. Kick on the first serve goes wide. Second serve, huge chance right here for Eala, huge chance. Forehand goes long, back to deuce. Super important game to say the least. Very deep backhand from Eala there. Now fourth break point opportunity. Second serve. And again, save with a down the line backhand winner. Back to deuce. Fifth breakpoint chance saved. I had to look up something on I had to get my fourth phone. Fifth breakpoint chance saved. This is such a huge game right here. Second serve. Jan-Lennart Struff won in the fifth set tiebreak. Huge win. Maya Joint hits two consecutive balls right on the baseline. Hits a third. Oh, that was wide. What a game. What is this? Sixth breakpoint chance? Sixth breakpoint chance for Eala in this game. That's a huge game right here, guys. Very important. kick on the first serve. Strong return from Eala. She really rips that one Rafa style. Goes around her head like Rafa, one of these. But the reason why I say Rafa is that the difference between like a Rafa, they call it like a buggy whip finish, you know, and a regular reverse finish that everyone does, is that Rafa hit that shot aggressively, you know, and he had full body engagement. On that particular return, Eala had full body engagement. She got airborne, ripped that return very hard, but also at the same time hit it like this, with a more steeper swing path, resulting in a heavier spin. And so that's why I keep saying, like, Eala's forehand is so versatile. There's so many different things you can do with it. She can flatten it out down the line. She can hook it, like cross court, angle it. She hits a swing volley really well, forehand return, forehand off the ground. Like, there's so many different things you can do with it. It's a very, very good forehand. And it's lefty on top of everything. So Eala up a break in the third. Now it's important to consolidate the break and start strong right from the get-go, but she doesn't. Misses a forehand long. Love 15. Hodar won. Hodar in the third round of Wimbledon. That's a big result for Hodar. Nice wide serve there from Eala. Gets the return error. 15 all. Ace from Eala. Couldn't have come at a better time too. Down the tee. I think it's the third ace for Alexandra in this match. First serve percentage overall is still low, 56%, but she's playing extremely well from the baseline today. Starting in the second set and playing with a lot of versatility. So it's kind of making up for the serve. But if she can start serving a little bit better in this third set and hold on to this break, she can win this match. Pliskova Swiatek on TV, and Pliskova using this racket right here, guys. It's the Wimbledon edition Babolat Pure Drive. It's a beautiful racket. I haven't strung it yet. I'll probably string it later on tonight. This is the Pure Drive. It's the Wimbledon edition, all white. I'm going to be doing a Babolat giveaway on Instagram. We'll be giving away, I don't know actually yet, we'll be giving away like racket in the bag, I think. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can join the giveaway. Maybe you'll be selected as the winner. But this beautiful, this white version of the Pure Drive. Can't wait to string this up. Same Pure Drive as this one. It's a nice hold from Eala right there. But it's just a different color pattern there. Pliskova chanceless against Iga Swiatek. 3 match points, 6-1, 5-3. This was expected, to be honest. Don't think that Pliskova has the movement right now at this stage of her career to be able to take out the big time players, you know, the top ranked players, unfortunately, even on grass. The movement is just simply not there anymore. And Iga wins 1 and 3 against Pliskova. Maya Joint serving. First serve goes long, second serve. Eala will look to be aggressive. And there it is, aggressive forehand return. She comes to the net and misses the open court volley, but that's okay. That's a positive miss, a positive play. She was a little bit too loose on that forehand volley. Technique wasn't tight enough there. But again, it's a good play, it's a good miss. She can make that volley next time. Needs to tighten it up a little bit. And a forehand error from Maya. She was too far away from the ball on that one. That forehand from Eala was short. Didn't step up to it, Maya. Frames the forehand. 15 all. Nick, have you ever tried the Ripstick 98? If Babolat is Mercedes-Benz, Ripstick is the Mazda MX-5 of rackets. I love that reference, Mazda MX-5. That's one of the best cars ever. You know, so many people talk about the Ripstick. I never tried it. During my Finding a New Racket series, I didn't test any Prince rackets. I probably should have. And I used to play with Prince for many years in juniors. Backhand error from the half court from Maya Joint, an easy ball there. That's a very, very important error right there. You know, for Eala, she can get this break. She's looking good to win this match right here. But anyway, in juniors, I played with the Prince Precision. I played with the Prince Graphite. There was a couple other Prince models that I played with. So I was a big Prince fan back in the day. Some of my favorite players played with Prince. My all-time favorite female player is Monica Seles. She was a Prince player early. And I think she switched to Yonex. That's a nice point for Maya Joint right there, 30 all. And then, of course, Agassi is a Prince player. So I was a huge Prince fan in the beginning. Maya Joint misses another half-court ball. And here's the breakpoint chance for Eala. What racket does Sinner and Alcaraz use? Alcaraz uses the Babolat Pure Aero 98. And Sinners plays with like a, it's not the speed, I don't think. Maybe it is a speed. It's a pro stock version. You have to go on Tennis Nerd and find out. Backhand down the line winner from Maya Joint. We're back to deuce. So you can't buy the Sinner racket. But I think that Alcaraz uses stock Aero 98. I could be wrong on that. Listen, I'm not an expert in what pro players use. You got to go. There's guys that have like all the info on that. But even they don't know 100%. You know, that's one of those things that's like hidden that nobody really knows. Maya Joint, a very important game for her to stay in this match. And she will have chances to break the Eala serve. She will, because the first serve percentage from Eala in this match is not that great. So holding here is huge, huge for Maya. Backhand return winner from Eala, back to deuce. Eala like not letting go. Once she when she's in a return game, she's not letting go. That last one, she had like how many 5 breakpoint chances before she finally broke. So she's like doesn't get disappointed when she doesn't convert breakpoint chances. She just stays there and doesn't let go. It just makes the server's life very difficult. Oh, that's tricky. That's so tricky right there. That is so tricky. That's not something you see, but it was a double bounce anyway. But that's not something you ever see. Okay, wide serve from Maya Joint. Oh, that's not something that you see ever. Double hit that was from Maya. Wow, guys. Wide serve from Maya right here. Eala hits like a, I don't know, like a, just tries to get the ball back in play. Loops it back in play. It's like a monster forehand from Maya Joint right there. Swing volley. Eala with the forehand pass misses into the net. Back to deuce. So Eala loops the ball back in play and it's high and it lands on the net and dribbles over like this. I don't remember the last time I saw something like that. And Maya was right there, but she double hit the ball. Lost the point. But she bounced back from that quite well and saved break point back at the deuce. Overhead for Maya Joint, tricky one. Eala fighting, and Maya knocks off that backhand swing volley, game point. High-level match right here. This is a very good match, by the way. Maybe not necessarily in the first set, but from the beginning of the second set to now, high-quality match. Both of these players are showcasing their talents here, playing well. And Eala draws the error from Maya Joint. The tricky forehand, maybe there was a little bit of a shank because it was high and dropped right on the line on her backhand side of Maya, and she misses the backhand back to deuce. That's what I mean with Eala though. Like, she has breakpoint chances, but then a lot of times when players have breakpoint chances and then they're down game point, they kind of like get discouraged and then they're disappointed, and then they don't win that point, and the server holds. But not at Eala. She doesn't matter how many breakpoint chances she has. She keeps fighting in the return games, and she wins the add points, the add-in points a lot, and brings the game back to deuce. So it's super impressive from a mental standpoint. And here's another game point for Maya Joint off a very good first serve. Let again. What a rally here from both players. Wow, Eala just corner to corner ripping, draws the forehand error from Maya back to deuce. That's what I mean, guys. Look, she won another add-in point, Eala. That's super, super impressive. And what a nightmare service game for Maya Joint to deal with. And she's already down a break. So this is a very important game, to say the least. Big serve from Maya Joint right there. Forehand return error from Eala. Game point. Big serve again from Maya Joint. A great return from Eala. As Maya Joint slips. Forehand squash shot. Rip forehand from Maya Joint deep and goes down the line to hit the winner, but dumps it into the net. And we're back to deuce again. Sixth deuce for the second consecutive service game of Maya Joint. Let me tell you, as a player, that's an absolute nightmare. Like 2 consecutive service games where there's like 6 deuces, that's bad. Like you lose confidence in your serve when you go through something like that. So I can safely tell you that if Maya loses this game, Eala wins the third set. Don't think Maya Joint recovers from that. Maya dumps a forehand into the net on the first ball in the rally. What is it? 6th breakpoint chance or 5th breakpoint chance for Eala in this one? 3rd breakpoint chance for Eala. Okay. I thought she had more. First serve miss. That's a huge opportunity for Eala right here. Let's see what she does. Will she do the Jimmy Connors bunt and charge? Will she rip her forehand down the line? What will she do? Inside and backhand return. Forehand into the forehand. Deep forehand from Maya Joint. And Maya Joint sprays the forehand way wide. Here's the double break for Eala. That looked like a frustrated forehand from Maya Joint. She just slapped that one. Wanted out of this game. And Eala is up 2 breaks now in the third set. Now let me soak in the Tiafo commercial one more time for Barclays. Production value is off the charts in this one. The slow-mo footage, the camera angles, the coach-player interactions. Coach's a very good actor too. Nice commercial. Taylor Fritz won in straight sets. I got him going to the final on the bottom half of the draw. And it's going to be interesting if he gets to play Zverev again, because he has got that unbelievable head-to-head with Zverev. And it all started here, actually, at Wimbledon in 24, I think, where Zverev was up 2-0 on Fritz, and Fritz won in 5. And Zverev has not beaten him since, and at the biggest stages too, Grand Slams. And as recent as at the, what was it, the semifinals in Halle, Fritz took him out again. I think, was it 7 times in a row? Something like that. So that would be a super interesting match if it happens. Let's see. Ace from Eala. Wow, out wide. Serve has gotten better from Eala. Definitely a big improvement there. Big improvement. I thought that was the 4th ace. It tells me here it's the 3rd, but I swear there was a 4th ace from Eala. Good return there from Maya Joint. 15-all. Yeah, Iga against Eala. That would be a great 3rd round match. That would be a great 3rd round match. I actually got Iga in that one. I got Iga in that one. But certainly Eala has beaten Iga before. She can win. Eala can win. It's a very open match, that one. And it'll be on center court. That'll be a good one to watch and stream. That's a poor return error there from Maya. Didn't move her feet on that serve. Dumps the backhand at the bottom of the net. 30-15. Big first serve from Eala again. Maya overhits that forehand return long. 40-15. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. And my mics are going dead a lot. Another break for Eala, triple break. By the way, thank you for letting me know about the mic, guys. I wouldn't have noticed. Triple break for Eala. Serving for the match with 5-love in the third. What a third set from Eala there. Incredible returning. Great serving, too. But you know what they say in tennis, you never know. Sometimes even 3 breaks is not enough. Don't think it's going to happen today, but sometimes you never know in the game of tennis. Players have come back from down 5-love in the third set many times. Love 15. Great return there from Maya Joint. Again, the footwork sometimes is not great with Maya on the backhand. That serve was short from Eala, slice. It didn't penetrate through, and Maya was simply too far away from the ball there. Didn't move up to that return. Misses it into the net, 15-all. Great fighting from Eala there. Exceptional play from Maya Joint, spreading the ball beautifully into the corners, eventually knocking off the overhead. But I want to say, though, during the clay court season, I said that the lateral movement of Eala was a weakness, which certainly it was during the clay court season. But in the grass court season, I don't know what happened. Maybe she's more comfortable with the movement on grass, or maybe she did some work to improve the movement. I don't know if you can improve it that quickly. But she's certainly moving a lot better on the grass. And even laterally, she's covering the court better. So in that rally, she was getting to a lot of balls that she wouldn't have gotten to on clay the same way. 30-all, 2 points away from the win. That's a monster forehand right there from Maya Joint. But again, Eala runs it down. That's a ball she wouldn't have gotten to on clay, I'm telling you. 30-40, break point chance for Maya Joint to get one of the 3 breaks back. And again, Maya dumps a forehand into the net. Deuce. You know, for Maya, the net errors are concerning. She's hit way too many balls into the net today. Way too many. Both on the forehand and the backhand. So that's something to work on. I think it's footwork related for sure. Could be a little bit shot selection as well, but in any case, second serve from Eala, 2 points away from the win. Maya goes for the inside-in backhand return winner, misses wide, and here's match point Eala to get into the third round of Wimbledon and face Iga Swiatek. Wow. And there's another backhand return error from Maya off a first serve of Eala, and Alexandra wins 6-0 in the third set. This was a very entertaining, high-level match. I thought both players showcased their talents, played well. This was a super impressive mental performance from Eala, because in the first set, Maya was striking the ball so well, so clean. And look, Eala was making a few mistakes here and there, but don't necessarily think it was that poor of a set from Eala. It was just that Maya was the better player. But then right from the first point of the second set, Eala changed her tactics and started coming in a lot and started playing more aggressive, started putting a lot of pressure on the Maya Joint serve, and it played big dividends, big dividends, because Maya only held serve twice since that moment in time. And on top of that, Eala was taking care of her serves too, getting a lot of first serves in and mixing up her second serve, so it's not like just sitting there soft, but she was slicing it, hitting it a little bit harder. And just an exceptional performance from Eala, big improvement. And she is going to have a great chance to take out Iga Swiatek. On the biggest stage there is, center court Wimbledon. I hope they put that match there. I mean, I hope they put it there. That match deserves to be played on center court. But in any case, big opportunity to make the biggest results of her career. Making the semis at a Masters at a WTA 1000 was a huge success. But I think, you know, you got to take it one match at a time. But if she's able to take out Iga Swiatek, you know, things open up. So that's going to be a match to watch for sure. And we're going to be streaming that one for sure, guys. So I want to thank you for joining this live stream. And before I let you go, we're going to take a look at what's going on the outside courts. And we're going to try to figure out whether I'm going to live stream another one or not. I don't know. Let's see, okay? Let's take a look here. We're going to see whether we're going to be streaming another match. But make sure that you subscribe to Intuitive Tennis. Make sure you check out my day 4 recap. I'm going to be talking about this match. I'm going to analyze it even in more depth. So definitely doing a day 4 analysis of the whole day. You know, not every single match, of course, but the one matches that I do get a chance to see. And that's going to be coming out later this evening. But as far as today's matches are concerned, let's take a look at the order of play real quick, and I'll tell you what's possible for today. So this is day 4. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so I'm not going to be able to do Berrettini Fee. It's already started. It's too late. By the time I put the thumbnail together, and I'm going to miss a whole set. So we're going to skip that one. Unfortunately, I would have liked to do that one. Already too late for Zverev. The only one that I possibly could do is Dimitrov Menchik, but I have to go now, actually. And I don't know if I'm going to be back in time for that one. So I don't know. I would have liked to do Anisimova. Yeah, I don't know about today, guys. Let me see, okay? Just tune in. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get alerted if I'm live. And we'll go from there. Yeah, that's a bummer. I wanted to do Feast. I wanted to do Feast Berrettini really badly, but what's the score there? Did I start already? Let me see. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I should do Berrettini Feast. They haven't started yet, actually. So if I put it together real quick, I might be able to do Berrettini Feast. Maybe I should do that real quick. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. Let me do Berrettini Feast. Okay, so we're gonna log out of this one, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining this one, and be on the lookout for another one. Okay, just tune into my channel, and we'll go from there. Again, thanks, guys. This was a great match. I'll talk more about Eala. I'll preview Eala Swiatek in my next video. I first need to see the Swiatek match to see how she's playing. I think she played really well against Pliskova, but so we'll preview Eala Swiatek in my day 4 analysis video, and I'll see you guys then, or I'll see you soon in another live stream. Okay, take it easy, guys.